If you're new here, you probably don't know that 14 years ago on this day, my mother died from addiction. She passed away to a fentanyl overdose on her way to rehab when I was 13 years old. The same day that she passed away, I played a game in the Little League World Series. And this morning, when I was thinking about this and thinking about a video that I wanted to make for it, I thought that I was feeling good. And now that I've had time to talk to family, go to the gym, spend some quiet time by myself, and obviously do some work, I've come to realize that today is like every other year, and it's complicated. Now, my first thought for this year, and it's something that I think is related to my maturing as my mother's passed away and my acceptance and my grieving of her passing away. A lot of times when I was growing up, I used to tell myself, and I think lie to myself a little bit, that if I were older or if my mother had more of my help, that maybe things would be different. And there are people in my life that I know who still have their mothers, and their mothers are addicts, they are alcoholics, and they've had to take care of them. And something that I landed on this year was that I know how big of a heart I have and how much I cared about my mother. And I know that if my mother were still here today, I wouldn't be on the top floor in a downtown apartment in Phoenix, Arizona with a hell of a career in esports. I'd be at home in Mississippi, probably doing something that I wouldn't be proud to say on the internet, probably couldn't say on the internet for ways that I was making money to take care of and support my very sick mother. Now that's what I thought was gonna be my take this year, was I'm grateful that as fucked up as it is, I'm grateful that my mother isn't here because I know that if she was here, we'd both be sick. That's the problem. Easy to say. Harder to think about is what if my mother were here and she were better? What if my mother were here and she did get the resources? What if my mother were here and my sisters weren't as sad? You know, every year, like I said, for all of us, I think it's always different. You know, sometimes we're really sad. Sometimes we rejoice in the power that she gave us, you know. Sometimes we don't know what to do or how to feel. And I think what never goes away is the fact that we just wish she was still here. You know, for me, gosh, I said I wasn't gonna cry. For me, I just think about all the stuff that my mom has missed. You know, I went to college. You know, I started an esports, the biggest esports club at Mississippi State, still this biggest student organization at Mississippi State, still started the Esports Egg Bowl. I was featured in Sports Illustrated. I worked for the Overwatch League and Coca-Cola. You can Google me, you know, and I'm proud of that, you know, and it never gets easier to know that my mom's never going to see it, you know, that I'm never going to be able to call her in a big moment and say, Mom, I did it, you know. I realized this year